Greetings, Magic on Ice, Dragonborn, and Dragonkin. This is Dragon Knight, Dragonborn, Dragon Sage. I think it's the memo, and as always, if you like so, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, definitely share. And you probably see like the animation that I've kind of been using lately. And yeah, basically, this is just not like a full like review of the game, but more just like my own first impressions about this game. And honestly, Cast and Chill, it's just been really excellent so far. Although I know probably not most probably will pick this game up probably just because it is like a, basically overall like a fish game. And I know it's not for everybody, but I did pick this game up from an autumn sale off of Steam. And all you gotta do is just mostly go around, cast a line, fish a little bit, and of course if you end up seeing it, I probably actually did a very chill stream. And yes, this is actually one of the games that was very chill, like no joke. And I have really enjoyed it. And of course, the basically and there is a DLC that's coming out. I think it's mostly for like Eastern type of style. And on top of that, it's just this game. If you have like a stressful day, or you have a stressful week, or whatever the case is, like, or just have a bad day in general, and you just want to pick up a good game. And will it work for the Steam Deck? Yes. Do I recommend this game? Yes, but there is some flaws to this game that I think I need to at least address for me. Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to bash this game just to be bad. I know it's an indie game, and I know the indie devs are still working hard on it. And I still purchased up at least a good amount. And yes, if you go for idle for how long as you probably want to go for, like some say, if you're on a road trip and you are playing this game, you can definitely set it out and maybe on your Steam Deck. But please, if you do play on your Steam Deck, please bring a external battery because that's going to help you out at least for a very long trip, depending on how far the long trip will be. But anyways, it's just one of these very chill games. And of course, you go around to each different likes. If you get offer tips and stuff, you can at least unlock other, other spots. But the problem is, like I was trying to say earlier, it's just there has been, at least in my personal opinion, that you can make it go idle. And you can set up the idle, and that's what it kind of feels like it's kind of going down. I don't know, it's just like kind of that very vibe. And of course, you will let the AI do its own thing. Cast it, catch anything that you want. You can cast it like for anything. You can set how far, how much, how little, how much you really want to go, or just automatically do it for you. And that's where I kind of think it's have a little bit of Achilles heel there right there, because it is a very chill game, and if you're really busy, you can have it on the side. I think that's really good, but it also could be really bad because there's at times maybe most people just want to try out without going idle. And that's what it kind of feels like the game's kind of leaning towards with. Maybe it's just like one of those things. And the other thing is too, like most of the in my personal opinion, I will say this myself, that if you tend to at least reel in, I don't know like what's the cause or problem or whatever the case is, like even if I'm like tapping or tensing, like the character won't wheel in faster or anything like that. Even if I tug it up, something like that. And I get it, this is supposed to be like simulating an at least a fishable game, but it feels like 3 times harder. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but it's just one of those things I had to really point out. And again, this is not like a full review, this is just first impressions. But just so far, I'll definitely give this game basically a 9 out of 10. It's just really excellent, really chill. And, of course, the graphics for a very indie game, it's very well done. Very polished. And very unique. Even a couple times I actually took a couple screenshots of the game. And I know this will probably be a very short one, but I just think of at least, give at least things. And yes, there are different. And another one, I guess it just really depends on how much you progress. It's just the bobbers would help you, but the problem is I don't know if I'm unlocking them all the way or what the case is. And other than that, you may have to change out some bobbers for that because there are some that may bite, but then there's just some that just won't do. And I think that's where kind of like the Achilles heel is for me because if you want me to go out to different spots to fish and to use, I think it will be good, but why not would it be a little bit more better just to at least offer the next area, like saying since I'm over at least Planet Peak, at least in this clip here, why not just offer me the hoppers there, or discover, or maybe discover at least a few that's already done. And that's where like and again, and I know I'm probably bashing like the idle thing that you can do. I think that's, like I said, I think that's why it's kind of what's the point of it, just to let you, put it aside, chill, have it ambience music, and do your own thing, whatever the case is, like maybe reading a book or use the bathroom, doing your dishes, doing little chores around the house, whatever the case is. I think that's what's kind of going there. But I if somebody's going to pick up this game, I wish they would at least fix it a little bit more up. Probably at least a little bit more stuff here and there on the way, at least when somebody's actually playing it. Like I said about the reeling fasting, and sometimes like the freaking fishes just felt like it's like 8 times harder than that what I felt like was actually is. Now again, maybe the devs are probably aware of this and they are probably fixing it up. And I don't want to bash it too hard because I know it is pretty good. Now yes, I did buy the supported edition, that, or at least the, I guess, add-on. That's probably what it's going to be the case is. So, but anyways, I did buy that because I've just figured why not just help out a little bit more indie devs. And I always been preaching about this myself. I'd rather put my coins to, or bits, or whatever the case is, to, at least in my personal opinion, to the indie side, because I feel like that, in my personal opinion, that indie devs do deserve more of my coin, in better terms of AAA. But anyways, like I said, I do give this game at least a 9 out of 10. I think it still has really good stuff. Maybe fine tune some other stuff here and there too. I think that may help out a little bit more. Now again, I don't know what the DLC will help. Bring in, because there is two of them, probably more of the Eastern, maybe like this is probably just my thoughts about at least the Eastern as well. Maybe some Japanese, Chinese, or anything like in that area. Be kind of cool just to see some other stuff there, because I think that, because from what I saw, for at least like the DLC coming up, that's what they were kind of like leaning towards with like the Eastern style, and that's actually kind of really cool. And depending on how things will work out for them, I think most of all, I definitely would wait a little bit more out, than probably grind out a little bit more, whatever the case is, then do my actual review of the game, because I just figured at least give it a bit of a more chance, since it's still in version 1.1.1 so far right now. So there's still probably some changes later down the way too. But I still would recommend get this game. As far as I'm aware of, it's on the autumn sale. But at least while I'm recording, I think the autumn sale, either it's on the 8th or 9th or 10th. If you pick up this game right now, I think you will have at least a very chill, or basically all a cast and chill time. Okay, yeah, I know, that was a bad pun. I'm kind of getting up there. But anyways, my Dragon Knight, Dragonborn, some Junkin. This is Dragon Knight, Dragonborn, Junkin Sage, signing out. So, anywho, like I said, I definitely so far give this game a 9 out of 10. I personally can say for myself, it's definitely really good. Probably just work on a little bit on an actual playthrough. If they work on somebody that's actually playing the game, I think maybe a little bit more. But again, like I said, I already gave my criticisms. But again, it still deserves a recommend to pick up in your Steam library. But that's just me. So as always, this is Dragon Knight, Dragonborn, Dragon Sage, signing out. Have a good one. I'm checking out Dragonborn Junkin, and I do apologize. This is just a very short one because I just figured at least first impressions are a little bit more, should be at least, in my personal opinion, at least mentioned. And definitely, this one did leave a really good one. So as always, farewell for now.